You guys, you cannot make this up. This Dr. Verma, a Democrat, picked by the Democrats to go in front of Congress, Supreme Court, that whole genre. She don't even know what a man is. He literally straight up asked her, can men get pregnant? And she could not answer the question. She couldn't answer it. He asked her at least 5 times, can men get pregnant? These people need to get kicked out of the country. We don't need these people. She's dangerous. How are you a doctor and can't answer this simple question? Look at this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well,
Typical Democrat. See how she starts the word salad? Can't really pronunciate any kind of fact. Word salad. She is a doctor, a licensed doctor. And she can't tell you that men can't get pregnant. That is extremely dangerous. A licensed doctor cannot say that a man cannot get pregnant. This is crazy. This is like Looney Tune Clown World shit. Check this out.
This is the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality.
A simple biological reality. Men and women are different. She is a doctor, gone to school for what? 6, 8 years of college education? Probably has what? At least a several $100,000 degree education. It's not cheap to become a doctor. And you cannot say the simple fact that men cannot get pregnant. It's a biological fact that men cannot get pregnant. Look at this. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen out of Washington this year. Look at this.
A moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get
See how he has to ask the question twice. She will not answer a simple question, a simple biological fact.
pregnant?
many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant?
Is it me or do all these Democrats got this word salad stuff? Kamala Harris was the one that started it. But after that, it just starts spreading throughout all the Democrats. I mean, this one got it too. I mean, she's word salad. Can't even answer a simple question. A simple yes or no fallacy. Men cannot get pregnant. It's just a simple question. What's wrong with this
Biological
woman?
men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant?
She is trying every which way to the left to Sunday to not answer the question. It is a simple question. Can men get pregnant? What is wrong with this woman? People who can't answer, if you're a doctor and you can't answer this question, you need to lose your license. You don't need to be touching nobody. You definitely don't need to be giving nobody drugs, no shots, know nothing, because there's something mentally wrong with you.
That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
What you were talking about is biological.
You're not gonna answer my
saying
question, it sounds like to me.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
I get,
She's a Democrat. She don't know. She's a Democrat. She thinks men can get pregnant. That's why she's not answering the question. She obviously thinks men can walk, or women can walk around with a dick. Yes, these Democrats are delusional.
I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and push.
I'm not
people-
trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men.
It also,
We are here about the safety of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label, another fact you haven't acknowledged, and yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue. I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about this.
I am a person of science, and I'm also someone here who's here to represent the complex experiences of my patients, and I don't think polarized language or questions serve that goal. I don't think they serve the American people.
It is not polarizing to say that there is a scientific difference between men and women, and I want this to be clear and for the record. It is not polarizing to say that women are a biological reality and should be treated and protected as such. That is not polarizing, that is truth. It is also, by the way, the United States Constitution, which offers unique protections to women in a variety of circumstances as women. And your refusal to recognize women as women and men as men is deeply corrosive to science, to public trust, and yes, to constitutional protections for women as women. And I think it's extraordinary that you would sit here and advance a political agenda that has been thoroughly discredited and rejected by the American people in this forum. And I'm glad we had this exchange because it is exceptionally clarifying. It is also in many ways quite depressing. I see that my time has nearly expired. I just want to thank the other witnesses for being here. Thank you for protecting women and children.